Okay, so the thing I want to confirm real quick. Did they give Margie any new books before she left? Because she's going to ask for at least one a new book before she leaves.
Oh, is you're
The
talking
the
about
the
the princess?
the no the not alchemist freaking necromancer star because they're both saying the same books while it's guard duties, not exactly
What is she interested in?
like let me just go to role play. Ah,
Yeah.
the book that the book that me the princess wrote is very interesting.
Oh, the one about
Do you
concept
have it?
monarchies.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly a fan of my father's projects, but well, he's in charge and is a far more better necromancer than I am. But I'm very interested in these books, if you will. If you have any more, I'll be more than showing to it.
Absolutely.
Yep. I'll get her some more books on the philosophy of constitutional monarchies. Maybe even a couple of books on the concept of republics.
The princess would be very interested in this, and I'll look at this every once in a while. I mean, I do run a prison island, so Constantine Republic is a joke, but she would be very interested in this. I think she heard. I think she's talking about them going back to her kingdom to finally take over the throne, since her father's going. Well, her father.
Completely understand. Though, if you're curious, we also have this, and I'll kind of basically it's just one of the reprints, bound copy of my various essays that I've written about the importance of technological advancement.
I
Yeah, also beginning to with the slow drip, adding more and more and more as the deeper you go into the book, more and more anti-magic positions. Not hardcore, but more, the dangers of magic and why it must be properly regulated.
I
Okay, you could roll a persuasion check with advantage, and I'll tell you why in a minute.
That would be a diplomacy check then.
Yeah, but between with advantage, I'll tell you why in a minute. Assume you roll high enough.
25.
I'd like to assist.
25 is more than good enough, but if you want to assist, go ahead.
Okay.
Uh, she looks at the zombie character's like, yeah, I know this the hard way. That she points to the zombie character's like, that coward over there. My mom and her party was looking was swatted with let's just say more than nasty creatures.
I He's drunk.
While my mom, a cleric, and her party like a warrior, you know the typical party types, was fighting, he ran. My father spent 2 years hunting him down.
Hold on, I'm gonna
Isn't
call
that
me back in a minute.
right? And you see her eyes almost turn sadistically evil as he's looking at him. What are you about to say, Seawall? Seawall? Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Seawall? Seawall? Seawall!
No, he's completely he's muted and dead. So something happened which he had to put up the tensions for. So I guess while we wait, what your flares doing? Because what your flares doing?
I'm pointing it into the book basically where it shows the superiority of of a Mauser bolt as opposed to the old like flintlock system. Aye, and with this, you're actually able to load and then rearm your troops much quicker than before. Because after all, with this, it's just click, 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 boom, click, 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 boom. As opposed to the old system where it was like, I need to take out my wad, I need to open it up, need to put in the powder, then I need to put in the bullet, then I need to ram it down the cutter, ram it down. Right here, we actually have a cartridge system. A cartridge system that actually shows value. After all, just very quick reload, like within a second or two, you're ready for your next shot. Infinitely better than the old rifles, where it was you fire, then you had to do like a process of reloading, maybe opening up a trapdoor system, or where you actually had to load it like from the muzzle. Yeah,
It'll be much easier because all we have is flintlocks and rifles that we use. The only it'll be more advanced than even the president's Secret Service guns. Was surprised they still rely on magic, but it's slightly above flintlock level.
Kind of goes without saying. You never heard this from me, obviously. But yeah, the bolt action is definitely going to get you further.
Learn what. I'm going to take a page from my father's book. Learn what from you.
Now, off the top of my head, one day I could probably imagine like a semi-automatic variation where it uses the gas from the expansion of the cartridge to help auto-load the next round, but mechanically, I don't know how to make such a thing. I could imagine such a thing, but I can't mechanically create such a thing.
Then you better hurry. The president's men is thinking about the same thing as we speak. Obviously, more magic based than this. Obviously, more magic based technology.
Fucking pussies! You want to actually make a good gun? Actually have the effect of the recoil work with you.
I know, but you heard Starlight City's model, the city of the future. I mean hell. The freaking the layover there is basically a time age. So yeah. At the Sorcerer concert, I say. Anyway, it was a lovely journey, and thank you for the alcohol.
Of course. Did you enjoy the Louis the 15th?
Oh yeah.
Nice, fine, smooth. Reserved for our VIPs.
I know your friend Scrap is working in Emso's kitchen by now, but thank you for the travel meals anyway. We'll be much appreciative of it.
Oh, good lord! Don't ever have to question whether or not you need to ask us for stuff. We will absolutely provide you what you need. You're a good valued individual.
Thank you very much.
The fact that you're willing to deal with the belligerent drunken dwarf, I think you're killing me. I'd say that's quite a step ahead of some of the other
like boss, I deal with prisoners, murderers, rapists, mass shooters. The magic equivalent of mass shooters. I put them to the torture and pain.
If you ever need an axe blade to deal with some of those individuals, you never heard it from me, but I'm willing to offer my axe. Click, knock. Off the head it goes.
As long as you're willing to, walk through a desert every once in a while, so I'm not going to oppose to you. I think my father is very pleased after the food he ate a couple of days ago. Every once
Uh,
in a while.
the donuts. A
Ah,
little
yes,
an
yes, the
invention that me
donuts.
and Scrap came up with.
Uh,
We
yes,
are
donuts. It'd be very, very fun. And
but
just for Sister Gills, the person she has, her lieutenant comes up because obviously the princess is still on the island. Like, uh, pr- uh, ma'am, no offense, but the whole societies are magic. I see the most evil glare you ever see from her life, looking at the lieutenant like, you know, that captain there has been around for 15, no, about 16 years now. I can have my father release his spell on him and replace it with you. I'll be, I'll be, I'll be going the ship. I'll be right on the ship.
the fuck you say?
pretty much, she said, pretty much her attendant said like, oh, this is a waste of time. There's no match. It's going to be around forever, and 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 the and Margie is like, yeah, back taught me again. I have my father drop the spell on him and replace it with you as the as the
Please,
captain of the dead, if you
I am
will.
back. Sorry about that.
please no violence. Please no violence here. God
Oh,
damn it.
don't worry. Oh, don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. It's not going to be violent. I just had to set a sending stone, or at least that captain, and then I'll possess it myself. These people do that.
I then present 2 shot glasses, and each get a shot of Louis XV. Please, there's no need to be violent. Look, you obviously have your own personal disagreements. Like, that's basically to be human, is that you need to be willing to acknowledge that someone thinks differently than you. So, the question then becomes, how do you deal with that? An actual functional human realizes that, yeah, some people think differently than me, so live let live, live and let live. They are trying to kill me, so then I will let them live. Because God knows there's a goddamn number of orders in the various that don't accept the order of the flagon. And I digress. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. But yes.
Oh man. I'm getting
But yes.
advice. I'm getting advice for dwarf that's usually drunk. I really need to. I need to really need a vacation. But
It's
I'll take the vacation after the wedding ceremony. So obviously we'll be back here next week. Sorry, next month.
I think ceremony was getting hitched.
Oh right, you didn't know. The prince and her girlfriend is getting hitched. He wants the ceremony to be right on top of Main Street because he doesn't like the castle for, well, one, because he doesn't like his father, even though we know he's going to be around anyway, and two because he wants to be be they want to they want to get married where the couple first met, and three, having a word ceremony with her dead mother's head hanging around over the throne room. Yeah.
Uh, would you be willing to give me and my compatriots some tickets to this, invitations, and I'm
The whole kingdom's invited, so obviously by default you as well, since it's literally right in the center of town, literally right
okay.
here.
So like a VIP, like front of the line, like we get to see the pre-party type stuff, and as I'm doing that, I'm putting down 4 more shot glasses and pouring them with the Louis XV. and then dividing it so that they get 2 additional shots of that.
Persuasion with advantage, since she likes you because some do speak makes sense, but Veb.
I'm working on that. $11 plus whatever the advantage is.
Which is literally just enough since I was looking for 15. No, I'll talk to Princess to give him some little VIP tickets. His premise, the front of the line premise is probably going to be uh for royalty, the social council, and a particular bar to which she's fond of.
Wait, this wedding, is this between the prince with the limp and the assassin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised since I,
Well,
I am
remember,
fairly
months has
close.
passed, so eventually
Yeah.
the wedding's going to
Well,
happen.
yeah, I know that, but I'm surprised that I'm a little surprised that my guy's not on the VIP list since I'm kind of getting close. I'm purposefully making sure to remain close with him since I'm kind of closely making him the head teacher for the kids. You know?
Well, it's true. Well, that's true. Well, up to now. Now you're on the VIP list, but up to now, like, I want my father invited, but I know it's going to be anyway. So at least let's do this traditional style. I want to put you up there, but I can't. Or at least that would have been her response if you go score lower than 15.
Veb just slides forward an unopened bottle of Louis the 15th. So to Marjorie, thank you. Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome. You're
tricky.
welcome. She looks at us like you see, that's how to talk to people. It,
Exactly.
and he saved you from being that. Pointing at the undead captain. Now come on, let's go. These prisoners won't these prisoners won't torture themselves.
I, if you want, I can offer some hardtack or panakan. Which do you think would be more? They're nutritionally speaking, they're nutritionally filling, but not the best of things. Uh, like panakan, it's like you got your protein, you got your basic jerky, and all that goodness. Hardtack is just hardtack.
Ah, given Father's Hell Knight program, we need some healthy bodies eventually for him to
I,
chop up Frankenstein up. So yeah, we'll stay here for a
I,
couple more hours until you can bring it to us.
all right. You'll be given provided some panakan and some orange jam.
Thank you.
A little bit of beef jerky on top of the hardtack, and some orange jam. That's a good combination. It keeps the body going. Because Lord knows, when you're dealing with, well, whatever it is that you deal with, I try to keep myself not entirely knowledgeable of the situation. Of, yeah, you're dealing with prisoners, so have the prisoners deal with that shit, and then, you want to keep the prisoners going because they got a sentence to serve.
Uh, that is true, but uh, knowledge is knowledge century, all of you.
But yes, enjoy the orange gem. Orange
Yeah.
jam is really nice, especially with toasted bread.
Ah,
It
thank
actually
you very
also
much.
makes the hardtack really palatable.
So they wait a couple of hours on the ship, and then I assume you send the gearman out there to out there to the ship to drop off the jam.
Mhm.
They say thank you very much and set sail back to the island.
And you said knowledge history.
Yeah.
13. Not super familiar with whatever this is. Have the generalities made
Um,
me the
Curie, Chimpan?
uh, Kiri,
Uh,
do you have history knowledge trained?
history knowledge.
I have.
Yeah. Jimpan definitely can go for it, but if you don't have it trained, knowledge checks, you can only get a DC 10.
Only engineering.
Yeah. Yeah.
6.
Nord, you realize even though what Veb said was right, no one leaves that island. It's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah.
Like the rare people that leave that island never survive the waves. Uh, so we have 1 month, or at least until the end of at least near this end of the session of this game, until the wedding. And you know the sister's coming this time, and probably the king as well. Unless something happens and the of them can make it, or you could or I could change the fates of everyone. But I'm going to leave quiet and look at my messages.
William, a good question for you.
Yes.
How effective is water hemlock?
Is that gonna be an alchemy check?
I,
Ty, is that an alchemy check?
Yeah.
I'm guessing I know quite a bit about it.
if we were to divide a bit of water hemlock in regards to either the king's drink or the food he's eating, how can we do this to ensure that it's only him that ingests and imbibes of the hemlock and not the other guests? Because after all, we want to have plausible deniability. But yes, hemlock. How good is that against humans?
It's extremely poisonous. But
I will make a nice hemlock donut. I will make a nice hemlock donut. I'll make hemlock wine.
Or you could ask me to make a custom potion, a custom one that might be a bit more targeted.
Absolutely. Because after all, she doesn't deserve to marry this piece of shit. And we absolutely need to eventually knock off the king.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was actually thinking we don't target this king, we target the grandfather of the prince. He's sickly and old.
Obviously, yes. So,
And
deal with him, and then we
then
deal with maybe the sire, and then...
and then the king of this nation technically takes over that nation, and he's going to have plenty of revolt problems for a while. Let him drain his resources dealing with it. Then we use his daughter as a useful replacement for him.
She's definitely a bit more the power of the people type, if you know what I'm getting at.
She's also somewhat under our influence already.
Yes, she is.
And it looks like Scrap made it, at least in the Roll 20 language. I don't know if he's going to make it in Discord, but anyway, I'll just take...
I'm in the Discord.
Yeah. Aren't you just getting off of 24 hours of work?
No, I just got done with a 12-hour shift from 7p to 7a. I'll have another 7p to 7a.
You know, shouldn't you be getting sleep?
I already got sleep.
Oh, okay.
That's more
Excellent.
tough. You're more tougher than I am when I was more security. Alright, so yeah,
Well,
so yeah,
to be
just
fair,
a
I
little
do
just a little backstory. Just to catch you up on everything, Scrap. Margie, the Necromancer star, was asking for more books for her and the princess to read because she's very interested. Even though because of the situation, it's not going to be interesting to her. But the princess is interested in coming back to claim her right to the throne.
Alright. I I'll look at I'll ask Kiri how is the. Because I know we were talking about it earlier, but has he made any other unique alcohol flavored donuts? Because I know he was working on more different variants.
There was a hemlock variant specifically aimed at the king, but other than that, there was like orange jam, carrot jam, just simple vegetable jams.
Well, yeah, vegetables, fruit, all that stuff.
Absolutely.
But
A nice, but yeah, a nice hemlock tea for the king, of which Veb would join him in drinking it because, after all, it's a dwarf. They can take it. And the assumption is always going to be whatever you're pouring me is poisonous, so if you're willing to drink it, it's probably safe.
that is true.
Why am I thinking of an old D&D horror story I read from the internet? I was a rogue intentionally poisoned his party, but thanks to the anti-poison, he survived while the rest of his party either died or was so weakened that he could easily finish them off.
Well, first, I'm just gonna do this for everyone because it's a tradition for me. Time to feed the party. Make them a meal. Ah, there you go, people. Everyone's got a good meal.
Nom 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 nom.
There is. Well, if the king is privy to tea, there is
What part of we're not killing this king is not getting through to you? We're not killing this king now. Stop talking about it.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Not only that, but I'm more thinking the general plan to deal with the other king is he dies in his sleep, not when eating.
Exactly. Because then
I'm going to do something. I'm going to say something evil. You can't if your cooking is good enough. Your cooking and alchemy is good enough between the four of you. You can time when the poison activates. Just saying.
Yeah, I could probably develop some sort of slow release poison.
Ty, I'm gonna reach through to try to get a specific item. I'm just gonna show you it or DM it to you, and I think you know what it is. I want to try to see if I can get my hands on one of these.
If it's thinking what I'm thinking, it's thinking that I know what it's going to do, and you probably have to ask them to send it to you.
Check your DMs. Do you know what that is?
No, I'll check it out right now.
Basically, if you hold it a different way, either puts out poison or a regular drink.
Oh, you're talking about the Assassin's Teapot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Again,
what it texted me.
no. Again, we're going where a slow-acting poison here.
And
Yeah,
even
no.
if you wanted, you said the only place that will try to even make it is in what you call Starlight Valley. And then the fact that at least Kiri and Kiri and Nor found out that the president is also working on a machine gun variant, just with magic instead of gunpowder.
So
Basically, they're using magic to offset the notion that, like, the semi-auto and the machine gun, they actually use the recoil to chamber the next round.
But yeah, that sea is long enough for someone to find like dark alleys and underground things that would be available. Other than that, you have to craft yourself.
I will just keep this in mind. I don't want it now. It's just I've used this probably once or twice before, and I know its effectiveness and all the different types of poisons we can put on it. But I'm more curious about this magic machine gun.
I've had a concept for an automatic steam musket. It's only in the concept stage though, but I'm guessing from what I'm being told, I'm guessing they're using magic, but it's exceedingly expensive to produce.
Yep, but that's why Starlight is quote unquote the city of the future. Remember, if you know those so far, that's the only one in the city that has democratic elections. The rest is either lord, the rest is either lord or king, or lord or monarchy based. Even though technically they also have a lady, but
they're mostly based on feudalism. I would be.
So, well, I guess I'm gonna have to, put into practice my designs and develop the automatic steam musket now.
Yeah, with this, I'm going to be quite curious to see how they're going to
I'm
implement.
guessing it would have to run off of the Mark II backpack boiler.
yep.
Okay, so that's a few thousand gold, but I'm guessing a lot cheaper than what they're doing. So let's see. So bringing it online, one of these, which will be craft machinery +4 because I've got the special tool now. 44 to develop it.
Currently, I say on faster pace than Starlight Republic is right now of developing a machine gun type rifle.
Well, this is not a rifle. This is
Well,
like
you know what I mean, a machine gun type, huh?
It's an in place machine gun.
Yeah.
It's like a Maxim.
Like I said, you're gonna have Starlight because obviously they have to use magic, and like you said, it becomes expensive because they have to fly in mages over the country, over the world to produce it.
Whereas we can have a factory mass producing these things because the magic comes from the backpack boiler. Unless we want them enchanted, but that's a different story.
Yeah, this is going to be
Alright, now the moment of truth. Well, technically you have a month, so I allow 4 rolls. The moment of truth. Can you make can you have a high enough cooking check and high enough alchemy check to make a slow acting poison on a donut? I don't believe I have to say these words, but here I
And welcome to this episode of Words I Didn't Think I Would Have to Say today.
am.
A slow acting poison in a donut.
52 to the alchemy check.
Alright, well we got the poison ready, now let's see if we get the fruit ready.
27.
Can I do a brewer check to help with this?
Go ahead.
And remember, we're targeting the old king, not the one from the nation we're in.
All right.
Remember, we kill him, that completely throws off other plans.
All right. So with the help of, I'll have Kiri help me with this because me and him have some. Ooh.
and that boosts you past the 30 I'm looking for. You
Hell yeah.
yeah. You could you could make a slow acting poisonous donut.
How
You can
slow are
you
we
actually
talking
time the
here?
speed of how long before the poison takes effect. That's how
Is it
high
hours,
Kiri
is it
Gallons
hours,
roll.
days, weeks?
So theoretically, how long would it take the poison to activate?
That's
Poison's
on
in the
Kiri.
target.
He rolled high enough to direct that himself.
Weeks, if possible.
You have 3 weeks. You got 3 weeks of life.
Alright, so that was the first week. Is there anything else you want to do the other 3 weeks, or just skip right to winning?
I mean, if I can do some technological stuff, well, I would like to finish up the machine gun and then also develop a steam cannon. Specifically a breech loader, basically a flak 88.
Alright, you have 3 rolls for 3 weeks.
Okay. This will be machine gun. 57!
Oh my god!
So yeah, you guys
I'd like
get
to
called down to
assist-
the firing range one day, and you just see this crew of 2 guys set up in a weird-looking contraption on a tripod, and a bunch of targets downrange. And
Sure, look
earmuffs.
I'm
on a
I'm
table.
gonna look and be like, I'm just gonna look and be like, William, what the hell is that?
Oh, you'll see. It'll revolutionize warfare.
I see earplugs. I'm guessing we're gonna need it.
It's pretty loud.
I'm gonna take some earplugs.
But earmuffs,
What-
like big old earmuffs.
Oh, yeah, I'll put on the earmuffs. Any other soldiers that already gear me there, I'll also tell them put these on.
They're already
I'm just
wearing
gonna.
them. They're already wearing them. So,
All right, I'm just gonna watch.
yep, you see them, pull a lever on it, and there's this weird cloth strip they're putting through it. They pull this lever back, it pulls forward 1. Odd handles in the back. They push the button, and then just brrr, as they just shred with hundreds of rounds downrange. And you see them do a reload, and it's quick. As they just see the targets are devastated.
What the? I will.
Oh, an auto musket. An automatic steam musket.
Say
It's too big and bulky to directly carry, but it can be set up at a location and deny an enemy. It's a force multiplier.
yeah. That definitely is a.
And
Force
potentially
multiplier.
something we can mount on vehicles to make it a bit more mobile.
Oh.
Special
that's-
snow truck.
Oh, this just keeps getting interesting and interesting by the day, I will say.
I've got some more designs in the works. It'll take me time to including a steam artillery piece, dual-purpose cannon. That should be able to fire should be able to fire shells that contain the blasting clay. For now, we'll keep these inventions secret. I don't want the world knowing we have them.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm gonna look at the other humans that were probably there. Do y'all you see anything?
As far as I'm concerned, the only person who's developing such technologies is what you call it, and that's all we know. It's Star Valley, and that's it.
Now on the
It's
third
Starlight,
week,
and that's all
we're
we
going to
know.
work on the steam cannon. Again, as I said, style-wise, similar to kind of a Flak 88 or maybe even like a World War I style field gun.
All right, so week 3, go ahead.
54.
Jesus.
Heck away.
Shell. Yep. Well, we have to develop the shell separately, so
Yeah, so that will take the final week.
HE shell. HE shell. Again, remember this one is utilizing the blasting clay in it. 45.
It's a work in progress.
Got it. So they're still a little sensitive.
Yeah.
So okay, so we got enough for demonstration. So 2 weeks later, you're called to the field, and you now see this weird gun in the back of a big gun in the back of a in the back of a wagon, and you see a crew loading it from the back.
Is
with a
this
fairly
the?
large cell?
Is this
And
the?
you see a simulated, and you see a reinforced that they've set up on the range, a reinforced liquid stone, basically block.
Is this the steam cannon
Yes, it is.
I heard about?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put on the earmuffs again.
Yeah. And then we do the demonstration, and it fires, and it does actually cause some pretty serious damage. I'm assuming we've done regular tests with cannon. Normal cannon can barely scratch the reinforced liquid stone fortifications, but this one, after several shots, can start to damage it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so working on a few. Once we perfect that shell, we'll come up with a few other ways to make them a bit more effective. I plan on setting up a factory producing both these to install at our fort.
Having a couple of these around is definitely going to be a big game changer, I will say.
That's the plan. We've got to have something to deal with things like dragons.
Yeah.
This is meant for. Okay. Oh.
Motherfucker.
Large and armored, can breathe fire.
Yeah,
I think they could.
Not only that, they could be used for general artillery purposes, replacing things like mortars. The cannons and mortars. Theoretically, if I can get it done right, I can make a shell that can contain gaseous poison that can be fired into a city.
I'm going to tell you right now. Currently, your alchemy check will not beat. Not high enough.
That's later on, but yeah,
yeah.
I'm saying in theory, because this is much softer than a cannon explosion. It's a steam firing, so it can handle much more delicate rounds than most things.
All right. Anyone else want to wait into this month?
yes. I like to. Well, still keep doing the training for my little group. See how they're doing. See how long they have progressed with my. So I think I have what? You said I have 6 people now.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, we'll do training for them. So, do I just roll standard D20 plus 10 just to see
Yeah.
how their training's going?
Actually, plus 15 because you have a former Secret Service agent, so he knows like the ins and outs.
31.
And thanks to that Secret Service agent, they know better like how to hide, how to remain calm, and in exchange he knows how to not get snuck on by and put to sleep by would-be assassin.
Yes. I'm gonna go up to the Secret Service or former Secret Service agent, and I will say your training, helping me with this training, has progressed mightily. With this, I think we can get this little group ready in less time than I thought if we keep going like this.
Think that gets you.
You know, I'll be the main head leader, but I need someone who can be a second in command if I'm not here. And after seeing this and someone definitely helping out, I think I found the person. And I'm gonna give him a big old pat on the back. Congratulations.
He nods like, I'll do my best, sir, and gotta create a full-time character for him. But you could call him any name you want. Like, well, my name is pretty much erased, so what do you want to call me? I have currently known when you join the President's Secret Service, your name is completely erased. So, what do you want to call me? Pretty much your entire history is gone.
Yeah. We will call it codename Rogue. His name will be Rogue.
Then roll back like. Then codename Rogue it is. Now, if you excuse me, I heard that Veb has some lovely alcohol. I want a sample.
Oh yes, he's been working a lot. You should also try the donuts, newly made. We're kind of working more on different types of infused alcohol donuts.
Yes, thank you very much. And roll bells and leaves the Enzos. Anyone else want to do anything before the month is up?
There's a couple more I like to do.
Oh, go ahead.
First, yeah. Also, do at least. Can I do like 2 training sessions for my marks for my the scouts,
technically
the
you have
snipers?
Technically, you have 3 weeks left, so go ahead.
22 for my snipers.
All right, they're improving greatly.
Do you want me to keep?
Unless you want to stop. Unless you want to stop and just take the 22 for all 3 weeks.
I'll do one more to see how it goes. Oh. 23. That's the best I'm gonna get, so I'll stick with that 23. It's 1 extra. I'm not gonna roll it for the third week.
You're not going to
risk it.
Roll the dice. All right. Apparently, you have a couple master sharpshooters now. They might be ready to go.
Good. We'll keep training for a little bit longer because I want to get the most class. And after they're all training's done, how many snipers will I have? Or the Gearman snipers? How many will be ready after this?
You'll have a total of 7.
Nice.
Good, they can train the next group.
Oh yeah. Once the 7 are done, they'll be able to train the next, and then we'll have a good sniper corps. I'm gonna, with the permission of William, I'd like to give a name to this specialty group of trained marksmen.
What are you thinking?
Jaegers or
That works.
hunters.
The Steam Jaegers?
Yes.
That works. It's an old human tongue, but it works.
Next, I'm gonna do one more recruitment drive, Ty, but this time I'm gonna go check out 2 people because, goddamn it, doing 3 is all right, but I want to do 2. So we'll study out the 2 most possible candidates for my group.
Alright. Let me see how I'm going to do this. I roll D4. Anything over 3 is yours. They said, no, thank you, boss. Thanks for the offer, though.
Oh, shit. I gotta plan 2 dead people. Hmm. Has there been any training accidents on the firing range yet?
Oh,
Like someone just accidentally going to get someone from the range and not knowing where they were and they got shot accidentally by a stray bullet.
given the fact that it's a human range, I'll say it's a firing range, and don't have like army level troops yet. Yeah, you just have a couple accidents.
Perfect. We will definitely within this. Yeah, we'll have these 2. So yeah, we'll chop this up, or I'll fake their deaths as they're both at the range, and well, there are multiple people at the range, including some of my shadows, and basically, as the range is going on, there was probably a good accident. Either a weapon was left loaded and accidentally went off, or they went a little too close out of the range to get something, and boom.
Why am I thinking about the first one about the Ed 209 situation from RoboCop?
Uh, I'm trying to think of that
the,
scene.
the fact that they had Ed 209 with live animation while testing it in front of a freaking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
technically
we
have a
will.
machine. Technically have a stationary machine gun now, so that'll be that'd be
Yeah,
exactly what happened.
I'm guessing William's just doing some further testing, and then one day when William's probably busy making doing the modifications for his cannon during one of the tests of the machine guns, there was a error, and 2 men accidentally got seriously killed by it. It's unfortunate, but accidents happen, and I was right there to basically scold the people and basically remind the gearmen again that this is a firing range, not a playground. So, I think that covers up their 2 deaths. I will also send a report. Basically 7 snipers to make up the Jaegers, possible plan of more. How many more, or do you think as the month ends, that these snipers will be good enough to train other snipers now?
uh,
Ty?
I say 3 of them are so good that they train other snipers now.
Yeah. So we'll have them start training the rest of the class since they're doing well. And then once that class is done, we'll start looking for the newer batch of classes, or possibly.
Also, if you could have some of the snipers that aren't as good enough to teach sniper marksmanship, maybe they could also assist with being range instructors for the regular, and that would be also a way where they can start noticing people and pull them aside. to give him an option to join the Steam Jaegers.
Oh, that's actually perfect. Yeah, yeah. Some of the people who can't, train as the others, they'll basically be range safety because we are going to need more range safety people after that accident. And yeah, as they're like, overwatching the fire range and making sure people don't do dumb shit. They spot someone that has a slight bit better in tune with their rifle and hitting more targets than the others. Then he will possibly see if they're interested in joining the Jaegers or the Steam Jaegers. That way we can have our basically recruitment going on to where we'll have a steady recruitment of Jaegers. I will training them for camouflage will be another whole step. I don't know if that's possible to do within this month. Or at least a short class on camouflage.
I'm pretty sure with the week you have left, unless you're like the master of all teachers,
Just
you
more of a sort of
you're treating like the basics of hiding within the shadows.
Yeah, hiding in the shadows, using your environment. Look around your environment, see what you can use to easily snipe at your target, and then move. Because as a sniper, you can at most fire 1 to 2 shots, and then you get the fuck out of there. I will drill that into their heads as well, that do not stay for too long in an area when you're shooting, because then enemies could triangulate where you are, and then you're dead. So it's always good to shoot 1 or 2 shots, and then move to a new position.
Yeah, I think I learned that lesson in Team Fortress 2 one too many times already. If I'm standing alone, if I'm standing with my team, then it's different. But anyway.
Oh yeah, that'll be different. Yeah, if they're like supporting the gearmen in any like military operations, that's more fine. They'll stay a little bit more in the back, but they'll support the gearmen. But if they're like by themselves, then yeah, they'll be trained to like, hey, shoot 1 or 2 shots, get out of there, make sure you're at least semi-hidden, so that way when you do take the shot, the enemies will have a little bit of a time trying to look for you, but also have their heads down because they don't know where the fuck you are. Alright, I think...
Alright, well, that's the month for scrap. Feb,
yeah, I'll just be working
if you're back by now, huh?
I'll just be working at Enzo's for the rest of the time,
Yeah,
helping with the
Feb,
tavern.
I don't think Kiri's back yet. Jimpan, what you're up to for this month?
I think nothing special. Read that book.
Alright. I don't think Kiri's back yet, so I'm gonna jump to the bathroom, and if Kiri doesn't do anything, then we jump to one day before the wedding when everyone's arriving to Enzo's tavern to pretty much go upstairs to wait for the actual wedding itself.
Alrighty.
I'll be right back. Nature calls. Well,
yep.
Fortunately, it's the fast in nature, if you know what I mean.
So close. I at least want to have 10 members of my organization just to start out with. Oh. What was that? Oh, hey, Gary. You there?
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Ty just went to the bathroom, but he was gonna get your stuff done for the month. Basically, what you're gonna do within this month before we go to the wedding.
Oh, I'll be grabbing that.
There was an accident at the firing range. 2 unlucky individuals got mowed down by a machine gun.
Will we
There,
evolve in such a way?
huh?
Anything that could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything that could drag us into the incarceration area. Anything
Oh,
that
no.
could tie us to the crime.
Oh, no. It was a horrible accident at the firing range. You know how we don't have a proper, military-style troopers. They're still militia. They're not full soldiers. So, of course, accidents tend to happen. And unfortunately,
Okay.
two people felt that today. There's a lot of basically in the gearmen up in formation, basically telling them this is not a fucking playground, it's a firing range.
To which I expect you to be the solid field marshal. Tell people this is the gun safety rules. You don't break these rules, and if I see you breaking the rules, I'm going to kick your ass and kick you out.
Oh, yeah, I also have range safety guys now that were part of my Team Jaegers. So if I'm not their person to kick their ass, they will kick their ass for me.
Okay, what then
Exactly.
this?
Carrie's here.
Alright, Veb, what you gonna do for next month before, well, the day before the wedding?
Oh, along with that, I'll be working alongside Scrapped to ensure that we have a beautiful, wonderful meal. The kind that's perfect. The kind that one would expect for a wedding. And I'm going to have a little bit of hemlock in setup for specific desserts.
What? Why do I imagine we're just
Okay, I thought we were only punishing one guy, and it wasn't hemlock. It was a custom toxin.
A very diluted hemlock, then.
Why are you putting hemlock and stuff?
Okay, no hemlock. We're going with this slow, very, 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 very slow toxin concept.
one person. Why don't I imagine it's like me and Vev are just in the kitchen for almost a full week straight, just working on this meal.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
Right,
I'm not gonna have you roll cooking checks, as I'm pretty sure by your cooking skills, by both your cooking and your what you call skills alone, you could create a good to great meal within a month.
Absolutely.
Just a full week of nothing but just me and Vev just in the kitchen making a meal that will just be known at this wedding as almost the second talking point in the wedding. First talking point, oh, congratulations on getting married. Second talking point, God, that food was amazing.
Alright, 2 days before the wedding, and most of the guests show up. You see, of course, you see a lighter ship that's not doom and gloom, and that's Margie and the princess walking off. You see,
Wait, I do have a question, Ty. This is happening in our city, right? The wedding.
yeah.
All right.
That means that means by default, I assume you have Gilman line the streets.
Oh, yes, I will. I'm guessing I coordinate with William, cordon off sectors of the city that's going to be heavily guarded by Gearmen. Start using my steam Jaegers on top of certain checkpoints and roofs, and just literally just have basically, if you don't have a explicitly good written reason why you're in this little zone, you will not be able to pass. So yes, I will coordinate with the Gearmen, Steam Jaegers, and I. What else do we have Seawater at our disposal? We have the Steam Couriers or the what was the other one?
There's the Thunder Scouts. They're
Thunder
the ones on the
Scouts.
bikes. Yeah.
And we have the Steam Couriers with the wagons, right? We have a couple of those steam wagons.
Yeah.
All
Also, side note before the wedding, because I forgot to put this in the beginning. There, there's a there's a letter from Enzo about written in code, of course, that pretty much says that she's so proper now that she's pretty much a worldwide ambassador now.
Nice.
In other words, she's going all around the world.
She must be protected.
We're very proud that
Yeah, we've got her with the Steam Couriers. We're keeping her the hell away from that king. She is our pet NPC. We like her. We may be evil. We may be willing to kill and genocide people. But she lives.
it's like when the evil mastermind has like a nice little kitty cat that he takes care of, and like has a different side that most people don't see.
Oh boy.
But yes, I will. Yeah, just like 2 days before everyone arrives. Yep, coordinate with Steam. Even with the Steam Couriers, have a couple wagons on patrol. Have a couple on standby for QRF in case anything goes on.
Yep.
No, wherever the wedding is, that's going to be heavily checked for. I mean, where's this? Where's like the main wedding take place? It take place in a building or an open
No,
area?
right in the middle of town, right here.
Yep.
Okay, so a
Okay.
couple days
Just
before that.
just to give clearance, just to give you an idea, this is the school, and this is Orca's bar, so it's literally like right everything.
Yep. A
Mittens.
couple days before the main parties are going to show up, I'll be in the middle of the square, and I'll be looking at areas where would-be assassins would be using range, anything up high that could get a clear shot, and start motioning Steam Jaegers to guard certain areas, and also Gearmen to be on the roofs as well.
Alright, I was about to ask that, but roll me perception to see if we can find as many as possible.
Yes, sir.
I was going to say that, like, in preparation for the wedding, Mittens is going to be with the princess.
Ah, cool. She and Margie actually hugs the princess.
And we'll definitely have a lot of protective details on the important parties.
Every roof will have Gearmen on them.
Roof Gearmen.
Yes, they are, and roof access is cut off.
All right, let's see. 30.
As you obviously the roofs are covered, but as you look around, you find out there's statues and high up places that you actually ruined something I was about to set up. But yeah, you find every like statues and high up places, not roofs that's not roofs that someone could just climb up, snub a sniper rifle or a long bowman shot and snipe down anything they want.
Yes. Okay. I will also send this report. I will send this report to William that even with the roofs and stuff covered, there are a few statues in other areas that people could easily climb up and take shots. And I'll make the necessary preparations to have Gearmen stationed at that at all times, or have the Steam Jaegers also watch.
Yeah, or observe them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm taking.
So we'll
That's the DM's like, damn.
Oh yeah,
we're marking everything, every single thing.
even the route that the party comes by, either they come by the main road or by the port. I am also checking all those as well. Because goddammit, we are not going to have a fucking major international incident happen in our area. So Gearmen are going to be on full fucking alert. And if we have to, we can transport the party in steam wagons. Steam wagons surrounded by thunder cycles.
Yep, we got everything covered.
I think that's...
Hospitals on standby.
Oh yeah, they got a increase in little medical supplies just in case.
Yep.
Okay, so obviously you're gonna see why I say damn. When King Goldsmith arrives, when King Gold arrives, you see a couple of longbowmen with them, like, oh, they're my personal bodyguards. Don't worry about them.
They're checking their weapons at the door. Only people who have weapons are Gearmen or the King's Guard.
Yes, but I'm a king.
Sir,
But
due
not
to
this
the certain
kingdom's king.
Sir, due to the parties involved, we have to make sure everything is fine. So for now, your men must check their weapons at the gate. They'll be heavily protected by gearmen. I can assure you that. You can still have them with you. They can't have any weapons on them.
All right, just for shits and giggles, Roll a perception check. Scrap with advantage.
I'm also there.
The full fucking pat down.
Do I do
that'd
the same thing
plus
since I'm there as well?
Sure, but roll a perception check just in case.
With advantage?
Yeah.
36.
William, you found out that it's not two of King's guardsmen, it's four, and the other one's hidden the other two is hidden in the shadows.
Hey, you two! Come here! Yeah, I see both of you. Come here.
Wait, what? We don't know what we're talking about. Yeah, we're just
Come here!
I'm gonna
As
have
several
some gearmen
gearmen are also loading
Yep.
their weapons.
I'll order gearmen. It's like, either you come here now, or we will come and get you.
And the king tries to shake his head, but they walked up and surrender.
Their weapons.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Check them in.
So you have 4 bodyguards.
Yeah, I have 4 bodyguards.
Got it. They can get their weapons when they leave.
You can tell the hidden bodyguards have poison arrows.
I'm just gonna look at the king as we're putting all these weapons away because I know the poison arrows, and just put them in a safe storage area where they can pick it up. And I'm just gonna go over to C1 and whisper poison arrows. Of course, I will whisper that to William as I'm putting the weapons away.
Are there other people at this check-in point right now?
Let's see now.
Other guests waiting to be let in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This guy's being made an example of. Right. I'm making an example.
Who the king? The king or the bodyguards?
Both. Which kingdom is this guy from?
Goldshire.
Got it. Is he the old king?
As in the king you're eventually going to kill with poison.
Got it. Yeah. I'm gonna take one of the arrows and go. Okay. Really? You brought poisoned arrows. I'm making a scene so everyone knows no one is getting let in with weapons. What were you thinking? This isn't a self-defense weapon. This is a weapon of assassin. Were you planning to kill someone?
No, I didn't plan on killing anyone. Which both Margaret and the princess just looked that Margaret. You see that cold hard look Margaret shows when like we don't want an international incident, do we? We never had a king before my island.
Yeah. No. We're doing this right. Okay, I'll call over Gearman. Each of your bodyguards got to get one of our Gearmen to watch him 24/7. Have fun. Next.
Congratulations, they have a buddy.
So what do I roll to kind? It would be like an intimidation for the entire crowd to make sure they're turning over any hidden weapons.
Intimidation of advantage. Well, yeah, advantage because you don't have that, and you have now Margaret looking out for as well.
37.
And
I better get every hidden dagger.
You don't need Margaret, and so not only the king's bodyguards drop their bows, they drop their daggers, and one of them drops a flintlock pistol. As everyone that's not a gearman or given specific permission drops their weapons at the checkgate.
I'm just flexing at this point. I'm just flexing.
And when we do the search, I'm guessing we're not going to be that comforting when we do the pat downs, because we're already pissed that the king of all people had his bodyguards bring poison fucking arrows. So I'm gonna also chastise everyone who's brought a weapon too. Like, this is up to
No. Everyone has a right to have a weapon.
Remember, some of them are adventurers as well, so by default they have weapons to defend themselves.
He's in trouble for trying to sneak one in. There's a difference. If they surrendered at the door, I've got no problem with that. So we're not chastising people just for having weapons.
Oh yeah, anyone who says they don't have any weapons, and we find weapons.
Yeah, we can chastise they get a gearman. They get a gearman watching them this entire time. That's the punishment. They get a wet blanket.
Ty, did you see my DM?
Yeah. I just read it.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, I'm guessing there's only one or two checkpoints within the whole area. The rest are blocked off by gearmen.
Yeah, the one closer to the dock and one closer to the castle.
Oh,
because obviously the noble's going to come as well as the king itself, the king of your kingdoms itself.
Oh, also, I don't know if we are able to make this. I think we could just make it real quick. Can we make barricades in areas where, if it's not the checkpoints, main entrance, the rest of the areas are just being blocked with barricades and guarded by several gearmen?
I assume Rome's check is more than high enough to make simple barricades before the month is up.
Oh yeah, simple, easy, wooden barricades in places that people can't enter from.
Unless William has other ideas.
No. These can be steel barricades. We have factories. We can make this.
Like I said, with a month, I'm not going to roll it. With a month, your
55.
I was about to say, and your dick is high enough, but now you have wall. Now you have steel walls stopping people.
Yeah, there's two levels. So there's a second level where there's somebody standing with a rifle. There's a spotlight built into it. A whole 9 yards.
King Silverstone just looked at the barricades like, why do we have that in our castle?
Because they've only just been invented, technically.
As I'll be helping. I think Will won't be at he'll be at one of the checkpoints. I'll be at the other, searching people, all that. And then once all the major
major political figures.
Major political figures and major guests have all arrived, we'll make sure to close off these checkpoints. And then I'll start doing patrols with us. I'll patrol with fuck it, I'll bring 10 gearmen with me and I'll always be on patrol. We're always being somewhere.
Alright.
We are not standing still for one area, except for when the wedding happens, then we'll be all spread out within the wedding. But any other incidents, Ty? Any people climbing a statue that they shouldn't be doing?
I'll say one, just for shits and giggles.
All right. So I'm guessing simple longbow, poison arrows.
Or
Fire.
is it just drunk?
Actually, this one's a fire arrow.
Oh,
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna contact Will and be like, yeah, I'm gonna contact Will and basically tell him this dude probably fucking surrounded by gearmen with rifles pointed at him. Say, we found this gentleman trying to climb one of the statues, and here's what he had on him: simple longbow, but this type of arrow, a flame arrow. What should we do with him, sir?
does anyone know we've captured him?
Nope.
Oh, sir.
Bring him to the dungeon.
I'm gonna call for a steam wagon,
Yeah.
so that way we can minimize people seeing that we just caught another assassin.
Yep.
And I'll have 5 gearmen personally be with this prisoner as they're
Oh,
transferred
boy.
in the steam wagon.
Oh, he's bag over his head, gagged. The whole 9 yards.
Oh, yeah, and he's not placed like towards the end. No, he's gonna be like squished into like the floor of the steam wagon to where he can't stand
No,
up.
no.
It looks like regular gearmen in the back.
The steam wagon has a canvas cover. We can close the canvas cover at the back. He'll just be
Oh.
sitting in between 2 of our bigger, burly gearmen, getting a little squished.
I think with that, I think it's time for the wedding.
Oh boy.
Carrie,
Sister
let's get the
Heart's
food
going.
ready.
Sister Heart's going on the platform. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Lady Sala is busy. So I'll be performing the ceremony today.
Yeah.
Like, dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to join true love with Martin Silvernose Jr. and Mikhail Kenneth. I can't pronounce her last name.
It's all right.
I just got off of Dark Orc thingy, but anyway. And holy matrimony. If anyone just to this wedding, other than King Silverstone. Wait, what? Yeah, your prince used his power to make sure you can't count on this wedding. Let him speak now, or forever hold his peace. Okay. And then Jenny's probably like, will you, Martin Silverstone Jr., take McNee Kneff to be your lovely wife? I do. And will you, McNee Kneff, take Martin Silverstone Jr. as your wedded husband? I do. By the power invested in me, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss your bride as cheers and applauses around the kingdom. And now the party begins. Obviously, right in the middle of town, with Orca's bar being the place to get food from.
Carrie, let's get cooking. Carrie.
Cooking.
Yeah. Yes, just making a meal that will not be forgotten. I don't think we even need to roll for cooking.
No, like I said, you have a month to prepare. I'm pretty sure it's fine.
I imagine my chefs are working very diligently.
Everyone knows your name as the Great Cook. Like some people think that, oh, he's a better cook than William. Although obviously King Silverstone's like, he's alright. Nothing fancy.
I'm gonna go all out fancy for this shit. Just
He's being a jerk, dude.
oh yeah, we're gonna make it look as very fancy as it can. So when he says, "Oh, he's not fancy at all," and they see how fancy I'm being, They'll be like, "What are you talking about?"
Like
And yeah,
King
just like
Dorsmar is like, well, at least someone has a happy ending, unlike my daughter.
I will. I imagine just me and my 3 other chefs are just just like cooking and just putting out meals.
Oh yeah, everyone's eating their meals like King's King Ghostsire's a little pissed because well that was his another attempt at assassination, but at least he got to see his grandson get married.
Yeah.
As the princess actually stands up like, I'd like to make one more proclamation if everyone's ready. I'm going to in about 4 months' time, I'm going to return to this kingdom to start to take over for my father's kingdom. Which the king was like, over my dead body, you're better off staying in that desert.
In my mind, oh, that can be arranged. That can be arranged. We control his entire court. We control his bodyguard.
uh, uh,
So
I will.
about 4 to 6 months, I will try. Like I will set up to uh, t- take the throne from my father. Like,
Um,
yeah, good luck, kid.
I will secretly go up to William and ask him when the desserts are going to be handed out.
I just look at him and go, not yet. A couple months time for him. Dealing with the other one first. Need to drain his resources.
Yeah, I know, just for the goldsmith, not for the arrogant king. Alright, I'm just gonna go back to.
Stop it.
Just go. Just go back to cooking. We're doing gearman duties.
Oh boy. People are drinking. People are drinking. People are eating. People are getting drunk, and some of the guys are staying up to leave.
Oh god. I'm having flashback to the drunken paladins. Everyone drinking in one
No,
area.
obviously the difference is they're like the equivalent of 16, 17-year-olds. These are like 30 and like late 20s, early 30s. So yeah, obviously they can handle their alcohol a lot better.
I'm guessing anyone that is too drunk, we will we'll get them to their room. We don't want them to make a scene, but just continue cooking. That's all I can do. And then gearman duties.
Ooh, well, that's interesting. I don't see I could do that. The role I rolled was see how many people are too drunk to leave, and other than major guests, and that's pretty much the entire party. Only 5 members are sober enough to actually board their boat and leave back home.
Oh boy. Yeah,
Other than,
any
of course, important members.
oh yeah. I'll check in
I'll say
with
that includes both king's bodyguards.
oh boy.
Other than Soso, of course, because she's a monk. By default, she doesn't
Yeah.
drink.
She's just drinking water. Everyone else is drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Um I will
Yeah, as I said, I'll personally make sure the poison donut gets to the king of Goldsmith or whatever it's called.
All right. Well,
So
That's
I'm
what's
guessing
going on.
we'll
I
all
can't
have to
even,
do
I can't even
stealth
say
and sleight of hand.
roll me a check with advantage because everyone's drunk because the dice said so. So
So I'm gonna roll stealth, then
yeah, stealth with
then
advantage because everyone's
sleight
drunk.
of hand.
Yeah,
It's a drunk guy. Donuts and drunk guys go real well together.
36.
you can sneak in now. See if you can sliding hand it.
$28.
All right, everyone's drunk. You could slowly sneak in and slide in the poisonous donut. Of which she takes it and starts eating. And because a lot of people are already drunk, no one checks the food first as normal.
Also, again, it's a poison that'll kill him in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, she'll be long back home by then.
Yeah. So
It's just a regular, good old donut. Drunk people and donut go together real well.
Like, ooh, this is a very nice donut. Where's it from? Where's yeah, whatever. Looks like we gotta spend the night since all of you decided not only get caught but drunk. What am I gonna do with you?
Any other major, I'd say, incidents or whatever that need the Gearman's attention? Or was that just that one assassin? That was it?
That one assassin, I just threw him in there for shits and giggles. Since you rolled so high and got natural 20s at the worst time, at least for me, that there's no way I could put an assassin. And yes, there was the idea was an
the one
assassination attempt, but
the one time, Ty, where you wish players didn't roll good, failed.
yeah.
The dice gods said no.
Alright, so everyone's spending the night either on Emzo's count, even in the dock, or this time right here because, well, they're too drunk to move.
Just we'll keep the appearance going of town still being guarded. Wherever the parties are sleeping, we'll station more gearmen there, doing night watches, steam Jaegers everywhere, or in certain areas. I mean, hell, we have fucking 3 people guarding the back door to the kitchen. 3 armed gearmen guarding just a back door to a kitchen. We are not taking any chances.
To make sure you don't have another drunken paladin incident.
Oh no. I'm more eyeing up the bodyguards because I'm not worried about the noble people because they probably are used to drinking. It's just, God, I don't want to fucking repeat. Feeding almost 100 drunk paladins was a nightmare. That's also what kicked off my name being spread around as a good cook for paladins.
Oh
that
boy.
that one event put me in the spotlight of I got full-time paladins even coming to this town asking for me to make them a meal.
Oh boy. Anyway, unless anyone wants to do anything, the next day everyone sobers up and starts to leave.
There's nothing really much to do for me. I don't know about the others.
Hello?
still here.
Like I said, everyone sobers up and gets right and rides up in the port to leave like, can we have our weapons back now?
Hmm. We'll make sure to give them back their weapons, and we'll have them go or we'll have people go group at a time. So the King of Goldsmith, his bodyguards will leave. Then we'll have Gearman follow them to the boat or whatever. Once it's known that all of them are left, then we'll have the next party go. And yeah, we'll give them back their poison arrows, but should we nullify the poison on the arrows, Seawall, or just leave it as is before they take it?
Let's see. You know what? Maybe. What's that for, Ty?
Continue your conversation.
Okay. I mean, we could try to enhance the poison so that if they even touch it, it may kill them. Or you know what? We're just gonna neutralize it. Just as a little fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, when they get their arrows back, their poison arrows, there's no poison on it.
I think I neutralized them.
Oh!
Yeah, you completely neutralized the poison arrows.
Yep.
They're pretty much tether darts now.
This
Well,
wedding
obviously
is
the
just-
arrows head still works, but
apparently this wedding is just where the players are really on their game today.
yeah, really. All right, so 3 weeks later, you get like a big news. 3 weeks later, you get like a big news article all around the world. Everyone is talking about it.
Oh
King-
no, what's going on?
King Gosar is dead through poisoning.
God. This is a very sad day.
And you can
Does it
almost
say-
hear, I can almost hear the King's Silverstone kind of like, yes, that old fart is dead. Long live my kingdom! As he immediately summons all his knights back to take over his land. Since by default it's right by default.
Got it.
That's
So
almost-
basically, the Gearmen need to step up, being the security service.
Yes, the Gearman. I'll use it for a little bit more longer. As soon as I start recruiting men over there, I think we have no more recruit for you. But thank you very much anyway.
Yep. So he doesn't realize how temporary his position is.
No, he doesn't.
How soon did he move troops in to here in the king? Like did he almost move in troops or knights almost instantly? Like not even as like the ink is freshly dry from the papers that he moved.
You're
people
actually
in.
exactly right. The second the ink is dry, before the ink is even dry from the papers, he's already moving troops to say, hey, this is King Silverstone's land now. Like you're not. And since freaking soldiers and guards are more powerful than armed citizens, and kind of took their Assassin's Guild out their wing. Yeah.
Yes, and
However, as CR predicted, that means the military is very stretched out.
yeah, I'm guessing the military is more focused over there because you probably have people from.
I'm assuming
Goldsmith.
this military has it is almost entirely male.
About 9% male, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Oh, this military 100% male.
Got it. So I say we increase recruitment for the Gearmen. While the army's away, we can do much more aggressive recruitment now, since no one can tell the king. Really.
I'm guessing his military over in Goldsmith. You know, they're facing a hell of a time because there are probably a lot of people suspicious on like. This is so suspicious
So
how
maybe,
you.
The
instantly-
second you see the Silverstone flag emblem, they like, I hate you. Why you do this to us? Long live our king. Fuck your king.
I'm guessing there's even rumors going around that it might have
Oh,
been the king who ordered the
I'm going to
poisoning.
send over some inflammatory pamphlets to try to get him to go full on revolution, just to force this king to dig more and
Oh
more
boy,
resources and try to controlling it. But yeah,
roll of
first
advantage
things
because
first,
it's not exactly that hard for him to start to
I'm
run.
going to re-roll that with my one re-roll. 32. Oh, and this is going to be inflammatory as shit.
You know what Scrap said earlier about
Yeah.
they think that this king is responsible for the poison. That's spreading like
100%
wildfire
sure.
now.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like it's no
People
longer a
are
rumor. Most people accept it as fact almost.
Yeah. Yep. So.
Ain't no
Let
old
me
saying.
guess. Peasant uprising, left-right peasant uprisings, noble uprisings, mercenary armies, adventures. Oh boy,
Like the
it's
you
gonna get fun.
you see like notices posted on M. That's the first note. Let's just say this the first notice of a high paying adventurer. You see it through all towns, like Emzo's bar, the bars you took over from Rose
We will
Kingdom,
not.
that
Yeah.
no one is taking because no one's likely like this king. First thing,
Yeah.
like pretty much saying like help what high level adventurers come immediately to the castle.
Yeah. So, we'll force the king to have to hire pirates, mercenaries, and things like that at high cost. Drain his resources, make it harder for him to resist us in the end. Also, I am going to send out a team of what was it it's going to be a small team of some of my better what was it of my better Thunder Scouts. They'll act as escort for a couple of steam wagons, and they're going to do war correspondence because they'll have a couple of steam rights with them that know how to use the radio equipment for long range transmissions, and they're sending messages encoded back and forth. They'll have one of the encoding machines with them. So we're doing war correspondence, Ty.
Oh boy.
Printing presses.
There's some. Ty, out of the 6 people, how many people in my group were high-level adventurers or good adventurers?
What the 6 people you have as your what you call it?
Shadows. Yes.
Okay, obviously the present bodyguard is an adventurer with 9 more. I say about half of them are. I say half of them, so about 2 or 3 people are former high level adventurers.
I will order 1 or 2 of them if they both want to go. That's up to them. I want them to accept this recruitment from that king. Basically, get me all types of info on army movement, what's their army composition, how they do stuff militarily, and also, if they have the opportunity, kill an army commander, general, or even a captain or a lieutenant. Just really dig it in that they're going to be there for a goddamn while. It's not going to be an easy fight.
Ooh, that's evil. I like it.
Dude, why do you think I made the shadows? Come on.
They bow, make up some fake nicknames of their own, and help on the next ship, which unfortunately is going to have to be your ship because until everything is quote unquote settled, it's a pretty much a no go zone.
Yes, I will have them keep sending me reports as much as they can. I will also try to implement birds, especially birds that are highly able to be trained, pigeons or just messages, no letters sent back. basically giving me info on how the army is faring, what is the
Well-
shape of
Well, technically,
their
you still have
morale.
Killer's Falcon as well. If you still want to use that as well.
Is the Falcon like fully like
She's loyal to both of you.
yeah, so yeah, I will use the Falcon, have her send messages back and forth to my two shadows and, keep out information be sent, and then whatever info they sent I can delegate types of actions. So I don't think they really need much orders of actions if they already have opportunities. Like, fuck, even if they make the army look bad by burning a supply wagon that was meant for the people or their food supply and make it look like the soldiers did it. I want this army to be so entrenched against these people that this is almost their Vietnam.
Oh boy.
That's what ironically I was about to say. How do we go from a wedding to pretty much Vietnam?
That's basically what I'm doing. Just
with
literally,
with pretty much the king's army versus a very violent uprising.
and I'll also put in extra orders if they want to. Any other opportunities? They even find any more high-level adventurers. Deal with them discreetly, of course.
But of course. Uh, here's a, I shouldn't say anything as a DM, but you might want to send them some weapons because always no matter how much.
Oh yeah, of course we're gonna have smuggling operations getting them weapons. Obviously
Yeah.
not our weapons; they can't trace back to us. But swords, bows, arrows, all that stuff.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, wait a second. No one actually pointed out the fact that they're using pitchforks and
We'll use some of our faster water vehicles to get it over there too, since no one knows how to track those down. I'm assuming we probably have. Wait, do we actually have our steam powered boat online? The timber clad with metal reinforcement. Is that online now?
uh that's what the princess and what you call it came in. So I assume it's online for public. I assume it's online for private use as well.
Wait, no, is it our vessel?
Oh no, it's something similar. But
They have a magic one. No.
your vessel is online
Okay,
as well.
yeah, got it. Okay, so we'll have that thing doing it because it can move a lot faster than traditional vehicles. We'll also utilize having some of the smaller boats around it and the radios to allow it to scout and avoid patrols much more efficiently. Thus, we can we're smuggling weapons, and I'm assuming we can get a good chunk of change for that. By the way,
and you know what, Seawall, occasionally you'll probably get reports of one or two high-level adventurers seem to be helping out your smuggling operations.
Yeah. Oh, good.
They're showing you around in
operations are a go.
And I'll also, Ty, thank you for reminding me of this. They'll also lead. The adventurers will also leak information to peasants about certain stockpiles that seem to be very low guarded, or that they won't suspect of an attack to steal their weapons.
But we don't want to give them enough information that they can win the war.
Oh no! If the rebels seem like
It'll be the ultimate. I assume they'll be the ultimate stalemate.
Yeah, that's what it's designed to be. It's meant to grind down the king's resources as much as possible.
And if there's any up and coming rebel leaders that seem like they are really pushing back on the king, the shadows know what to do against individuals like that.
Oh yeah.
I want these people to be in a fucking stalemate.
Oh, also the assassin that we capture that no one knows we have. Yeah, we're gonna chuck him into the succubus's cell. That's her food for the day.
Oh boy! What? The one?
Yeah, that was with the fire arrows.
Yeah, the one,
Oh,
the
wait, before
one, the one assassin. What's like I said, I just tossed it in for fun.
well, before he throws him into the succubus, I'm gonna take a little interrogation just in order of who hired him.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I
That's
think
my
he's like
job.
strapped to it. Oh yeah, I'll stand by. Just
See if
menacingly.
do any of you speak primordial?
Primordial.
Memorial.
I speak Common, Elven, Dwarven, Gnome, Draconic, Sylvan, and Celestial.
I meant sorry,
Yeah.
I meant draconic and yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
speak Draconic, so I'll be speaking Draconic to him.
Wait, how do you know this language?
It's an uncommon language, but it's used. There are people that make deals with dragons all the time. I learned it from a merchant years ago.
And now he switches to primordial. I assume this was Jim. I assume this is Jim Pan's ring this time to shine now.
Yep.
Get Jim Pan. Jim Pan,
yes.
we need your expertise on something. Please follow me.
Okay.
We're gonna lead him down to the, or lead her down to the little dungeon, the little interrogation room that we have with the prisoner. Now I'll be like, William, I brought her.
Okay. Would you be so kind as to speak to this man? He speaks primordial, apparently. Language I don't speak,
See,
unfortunately.
I'm on with them.
Wait, how are you speaking this language
Okay.
as well?
Okay, wait.
Listen,
What level was it?
Apparently speaking
Alright.
primordial.
I can cast a spell to understand it as well.
alright. I assume comprehend language.
Thanks.
That's how you understand me. Ah, damn humans.
What
Well, seeing I'm about to die because I can smell the succubus from here. Yet, yes, King Ghostwith hired me as a last result.
Okay.
As you can see, I'm a half dragon. As you can see, as he drops his disguise, I'm a half dragon.
Oh. That'll be a taste treat for. I'm saying
Yeah,
it's
most
Draconic.
definitely.
Yeah.
I think well, look at William. I'm gonna say I think they're both gonna love him.
Well, you realize there's only one in the cell. The other two are kept elsewhere.
Oh,
For
she,
good reason.
oh, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, she'll look at me like she'll take very good care of you. Oh,
Yeah.
Seems like he really tried to hire another assassin. It was interesting that he had those two of his personal guard hidden in the
Yeah.
in the alley. That was kind of a dumb move.
So-
Okay.
Okay, well. We have no more. Do either of you have use for this guy? North? Scrap?
Oh.
Either of you? Okay.
I don't think there's like anything I can get from him unless like there's others, but that's about it.
Okay, well, come on. We'll kind of pick him up and start dragging him out of there.
No, I'll accept my punishment. As he stands up and walks to his essential doom.
Yep. Chucked into a cell with a succubus. Trade for you.
Hello. At least my last life on Earth is going to be enjoyable.
He's half dragon.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, What gift you bring me today?
He's half dragon. Enjoy.
Oh, I will. And old too. I know he has lots of experience.
Jesus.
But hey, the old saying goes, fear the old man whose job who's in a job where which young men die young, and well, he's the old man. So the new death is around it. So unlike most of the assassins you dealt with, he knew death is one bad job around the corner, and well, he has a bad job. Uh, you literally started a war with villagers versus the king's guard. I assume I assume you have to have the guards fuck up every once in a while to give the villagers a chance,
Oh,
but
yeah.
not too much of a chance.
Yeah. Basically, we're controlling both sides of the war, effectively. We're specifically trying to drain the king of resource to make him more reliant on us.
And as a bonus side of the
I
Shadows
about to say,
Kingdom,
and no one from the Sorcerer Kingdom is sending help. Is an internal issue.
Yep.
The
just have
Sorcerer
the
Republic, should I
And
say.
I guess I'll roll my philosophy check to try to recruit more followers.
With advantage because obviously there's an ongoing war, so
with the
25, so
Shadows.
probably getting some people.
you have some people, yeah. What about to
Still
do
gonna
about the shadows scrap?
Oh, just a little extra, siphon any resources from both sides. Let's say if, like the king, I don't know, his king's army, transformed some money back to his vault. Oh, it got hit by a bunch of peasants that it used for funding. But some of that money gets sent back here. Of course, very untraceable, almost impossible to find out, but yeah, just any resources that the king is either trying to extract or send back or use for his army is gonna get hit every now and then. So their supplies are not too strained, but it's like we have to be extra careful this week with how we use our supplies.
Alright. The shadows inform you that one of the reasons they find out one of the reasons why King Silverstone want to take over this kingdom in the first place because it's very rich oil mined.
Oil.
So let's see in thousands of gold, of course, how much oil you could get. 4,000 right now is $4,000 worth of oil that's being directed to you instead of the King of Silverstone. Well, 4,000 gold.
Just enough to where it's not too suspicious, but it's also like, the rebels must have done this. All points back to the rebels. I mean, revolution needs funding. How else are you gonna try to pay for smuggled supplies?
Yes,
With
of course
empty.
they need money to continue the fight.
Well, I'm also assuming that the previous king's treasury is in the hands of the rebels by now.
Oh yeah. The second they realize their king's dead,
Yeah.
the what remains of the guards and now now rebels took over the king's treasury to make sure that King Silverstone can't get it.
Oh, and we'll be draining it by selling them weapons. So everybody wins.
You know, Ty. I think it's time.
To
Where's William right now?
probably in the castle working on things, as I always do.
Ah. I'm gonna knock on your little door and be like, William, do you have a second?
Yes, what you need?
Can you come follow me real quick? Just want to show you something. It It won't take too long. Trust me. I will lead him to the kitchen where I've instructed the shadows to stay hidden and just, have a nice meal for Seawall. And then I'll be so I've had a little pet project of mine that seems to be bearing fruit that I think it's time to show you.
Oh,
And with a snap of the finger, you're gonna notice multiple, or let's see, I was 6. So yeah, you're gonna see 4 different people appear from different areas of the kitchen that were hidden.
well, wouldn't I
And
get a roll before that? When I get a roll
Oh
before
yeah,
all that?
oh yeah, yeah. Let's see if he notices shadows.
I might notice some of them.
Ty?
Yeah, he can notice them.
A few of them, not all of them, though. I'm assuming because I didn't roll that high.
They'll appear from different areas, and they'll be like, and they all have the same thing: a very dark cloak with what seems to be a mask that covers most of their face except their mouth. I'll, I'll have them stand and be like, "These, my friends, are the shadows. A little group project I've been working on. Secret organization that only answers to me and me only, but I have been working on for some time. You may have heard reports of 2 adventurers helping out smuggling operations every now and then. Seem to be with the King's army, but working with you. Those are also shadows.
Ah, good.
2 of them. I made sure they were high-level adventurers, but they have been doing wonders. And I will order one of the shadows to bring out a chest, and in that chest is 4,000 gold, and I'll be thanks to my shadows and the way they've been doing it. The reason why the king is so interested in that kingdom is its oil and gold. Apparently, it has a mass resource in oil. Thanks to my shadows, we're able to siphon some to where it's not suspicious, as it may look like the rebels might have taken it. Just
Wait,
enough.
what is the oil used for in this world? It's a magical world.
That's the thing. It's not being used yet.
Well, the thing is, technically speaking, my guy hasn't even figured out petroleum internal combustion yet.
Okay, so I'll say it's mostly gold. Though, but oil still needs to exist.
Alright.
Yeah, you're under the assumption that I'm going to need oil at some point.
All right, sorry, but yeah,
You're totally mistaken.
the most of money comes from is gold. Oil does exist.
Yeah, if I,
The only people that could possibly need oil is gold. Is Star Valley, and that's because once again it's the quote unquote city of the future. Even though it beat them out by seeing kind of technology by almost 2 years at that point.
Yeah.
Yes, it seems the king was very interested in the kingdom's gold mine. It seems they have a lot of untapped gold in there. So I ordered my shadows to personally make sure some of it is sent back here under many channels to where it's almost impossible to track down. And of course, I send orders to them every now and then, but for right now, their main orders are to cause as much trouble to the army and the rebels as possible.
How much gold is estimated underneath that nation's surface?
I haven't really asked the shadows. I could send orders to them, but from this amount, about 4,000 gold coins worth, I say there's a good amount of untapped gold in there.
Because I'm thinking of doing something interesting.
I'm all ears.
I'm thinking we start causing some serious economic problems. Gold is one of the primary ways of transferring wealth. What if we were to suddenly triple or quadruple the amount of gold in circulation?
Everyone would have gold. Prices would
but
increase and everything.
but gold prices will also fall like a rock.
We need to do the same thing with silver and, if possible, platinum.
That would be very.
In the meantime, we need to develop our own internal currency, something separate from there, so we can maintain internal economic stability.
I'll have the shadows that are there, or keep tabs on the front over there. See if they can find any documents or anything that estimates the untapped gold there. And I will make sure to send you the report. So if you ever need to talk with any of the shadows, I'll just say it being possible, my friend. Just come to me when you have any certain questions about the shadow. They mostly keep a code of silence unless they talk in a language that that we've been working on. I ain't gonna use it here, but utmost secrecy, my friend.
Yes.
You understand. And I've also
Good.
and also every now and then, if you feel as a shadow is watching you, pay no mind. Their secondary goal is to keep you safe, my friend.
Always.
I can't be with you 24/7. It's always nice to have expert bodyguards that stay hidden in the shadows, away from prying eyes.
I can see them
And
doing that.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, my friend. Remember, I was hired to almost kill you. You don't think people would send more after you?
I know they do.
So, with that, that's just my little project I've been working on. If you see reports of gearmen or people within a couple months or whatever, suspicious deaths or anything, just ignore that. Those are people who didn't want to join. I have to keep it secret after all. We asked them if they don't want to join. Unfortunately, they can't be here because I can't risk them talking about being recruited for a secret organization that would ruin the point of it.
Secrets must be kept safe. I'll look into ways to also helping your communication methods. I have a few ideas.
We mostly use our falcon. I'll hold on my arm and the falcon will appear. I'll feed her a little piece of meat. I'll be like,
And she absolutely eats it.
yeah. I'm just gonna give her a little chin scratch, and then she's our main privy of communication. Certain areas the shadows will go to see of new messages. She is very loyal. I'm planning on hopefully training up a couple more hawks myself to increase the distribution of messages.
Make sure those messages are encrypted.
To most people, it seems like random gibberish. It's a language that's not known except for my group.
Would you mind writing a message down? I'll see if I can break it.
Sure. I'm just gonna write a simple message of I'll just write down to hello, how are you, my friend, in our language.
Yep. Then I'll roll linguistics, see if I can break it.
With disadvantage.
25.
Oh, come on! Even with disadvantage, you eventually managed to
He
crack
just
the
looks at it
code.
and he writes down the exact message. Really? Took me all of 10 seconds.
You're not like most people, my friend.
Yes, and there are people that are far better at linguistics than I am.
Guess we'll have to keep working on it.
And you,
You've already seen it, and he'll bring down one of his coding devices, and he'll just write out a similar message and go, "Who's your best linguist?"
Rogue, Mr. Ty.
I'm very
yeah,
good at linguistics.
Yep.
Best linguistics out of all my shadows, would that be Rogue or me?
I am very good at it.
You're tied, though. I think Lorg says that she's the better linguist of all of them.
I'm good.
Yep. Again, though, you're also fighting a more advanced Enigma machine here. So.
I forgot I recruited Jim Pan into this.
Yes.
Alright,
I
so
totally
But
forgot.
if
I'm
you
so
don't
sorry.
want my help, I can go somewhere else.
I assume Jim Pan's the best of bear of the linguist.
Oh, it could be like Jim Pan. She's been
Technically,
working with us for some time.
Technically, this machine is not a linguist. Is not linguistics controlling it.
An excellent challenge. I'm gonna call forward to Jim Pan, and I'm gonna look at her and be like, "You're probably the best linguistic out of all of us. Can you try to see if you can crack this code?" I'll hand her the piece of paper that has the code. What does Jim Pan need to roll? Oh, ouch.
He breaks that code even faster.
You mean the code I made Enigma?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay, so somebody with a 16 can break Enigma. Ty, you do realize how insanely complex Enigma was.
Oh,
The best mathematicians in the
I'm
world
looking at
couldn't
30.
break
I'm
it.
looking at 30. What do you mean 16?
Yeah,
What is the
plus
threshold?
16
Like
couldn't-
30?
Yeah. Ty, what I'm saying here is I've created a mechanical computer that scrambles it in such a way that our real life, some of the most brilliant minds in Britain couldn't break it without a computer. I'm just pointing out that somebody with a 30 probably would not be able to break something this complex.
In fact, it would be impossible to break it. Because in that case, you need a 40, and Jim Pan's score is not high enough yet.
I mean, I'm not even a 40 would be high enough. This isn't a question of linguistics. This is a question of advanced mathematics.
Be as close to fucking 50.
Yeah.
Speaking of higher ups,
Yeah.
before you continue, I should say before I forget,
Mhm.
in a strange and roundabout way, you did actually make one of my milestones, even though I thought I was going to kill King Silverstone instead of a completely different king. So you level up.
Oh, nice.
Hey! Hooray!
Yep. That means I can finally upgrade the radios to be able to be better operational. But yeah, so
Change at level 9. Yes! Now level 9
now you can
Slayer
continue.
Gunslinger. It's like as we're like in mid talk, just like the level up sound.
ding.
Yeah, just ding. Oh, alright, yes, I will. No, it's gonna be like a. Of course, recruitment for the shadows is. Well, I plan on having more shadows. We do recruit from mostly gearmen with a sort of. Have a hint of background of adventurer, as it will help with their cover a lot more. Of course, they can also be random people as well.
I just need to head out.
Of course, Shadow's main goal is to work to better the Gearman philosophy, even if that means making our enemies suffer. Oh, that's scary. But it's been a process, but I do hope that me showing you this has I would say ticked you off. It's more of I just had to keep this secret for a little while. Sorry for all the weird death
Cloak and
slash
dagger.
arrest. Yes,
It's
especially the arrest of the 5 gearmen. That was they didn't want to join. I had to come up with a way to. Next time, I'll make sure that they are dead instead of being sent to the prison island. Hell, if it wasn't for Jim Pan, she wouldn't have fooled the judges who know everything, see through the truth. Thanks to her that happened, though. I don't want to take that risk a lot. That's what I'll keep probing for information on all the events going on in that kingdom, especially to see if we can siphon off a little bit more resources, my friend. We always need more resources.
Yes, we'll do that. We'll do that through the smuggling mainly. We've got to keep the weapons supplied. Question is, how long will they be able to maintain? How long will that treasury last?
I think the rebels could find that treasury. They won't keep them stocked for a while. But if the rebels are able to keep hidden the gold supplies of the king and use that for smuggling and stuff, perfect balance. Every now and then the rebels will hit a cache of gold and supply.
We
Of
can
course,
keep this
we'll
war
make-
going for a while. That's for sure.
Oh yes,
Not
any of
let
the
our
competent.
involvement be known.
Oh, the shadows. They're, as the king knows, they're just two adventurers from high-level adventurers from different places, not even connected. They were just traveling through when they saw it and decided to join up. Mr. Ty,
Yes.
I will also send an info or little order to the shadows after my meeting with William is concluded. Basically to find out how much gold this kingdom has in terms of the rebels have or the kingdom had in total before the rebellion, and also if there are gold mines or places where they're mining gold, how massive it is.
The falcon nods and flies off. A couple days later, you get the message saying, "Okay, just say it. Translate in your language, secret language, of course. Okay."
I'll let William know of that operation. We'll hopefully find how much wealth this kingdom had. I mean, this king, or the previous king, was able to hire so much assassins, and the gold must be good for him. I think that's
And
it
I
for
will
me.
leave that at this as well. Also, remember that Killer's house is also on this land, which means
What?
whoever gets us first gets access to all the assassin weapons that the Black Hand has.
Oh, you're talking about like the reserve of assassin weapons that are still out there somewhere.
This is Keelan's house. This is so yes, obviously by default she has for zeros as well.
We'll have to find
So
that.
so whoever gets there first gets the what you call it weapon gets the weapons.
I'll definitely task out my other shadows for that as well.
And William might be interested in this. It's also where last the recipe for last rites is.
Ooh, got it. So we're gonna need to we're gonna need to secure that.
Don't worry, my friend. I've already sent shadows.
We might need to do this personally. Make sure it's done right.
And unless anyone else have anything else to do, I think that'll be it for this session. Because I didn't expect them to go from a wedding to a freaking Vietnam War.
I think also, I think it's just how effective we were in stopping.
Oh yeah, that's the
assassination.
thing. You stop every single assassin attempt before I can set it up. Every single one. Even the half dragon who has a fire arrow is like, fuck it, I'll bring everything down, and you caught him. Because the fire arrow is pretty much a concentrated fireball spell.
And yet we foiled that. Apparently this is just the session where everyone is rolling nat 20s.
Yeah.
God damn it! I was hoping for my encryption to be better. God damn it! Seymour just cracked him with a nat 20, even with disadvantage.
Yeah, again, there's a reason why I went with Enigma, because it isn't a language. So you can't use a linguist check for it. It's a complex mathematical equation.
That's where the straight up just 14 comes.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not something that I would argue you can use linguist for. Require an engineering check to reverse engineer the process. Remember, as I said, I've got like 8. What was it? I think it was like 8 rotors, which is 4 more than what the Germans used in the Second World War. And Ty, you know what lengths they had to go to decrypt those messages, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an insane amount of resources. So, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yep. So.
All right.
Yep.
So the milestone you make is assassinate or eliminate any one of the rulers, and well, you did just that.
With none the wiser.
Yep.
Now we
I
got
think
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Pretty much.
Oh boy. They have 2 weeks to think about the ramifications and of this. Oh boy.
It's just more fucking. I was expecting, the nat 20s to be somewhat there. I just didn't expect the linguist, the assassin, or the spot out for assassins to see while making literally the Black 88. It's
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Yeah.
And also, also we leveled up, so
Yeah, basically, the DC to decrypt your language, just so you know, Golden Leaf, is a 20 for simple messages, 25 for standard texts, and for really intricate stuff is like a 30. But that's mainly for like very old or exotic writing styles.
and I was using what
Yeah.
I mean, what was the time we were using somewhat the Black Hands language, but also our we made
very adjusted Black Hands, like that's in the it started off as Black Hand, but you changed like a lot of the words around, but the basis is Black Hand.
Go back to the drawing board. We'll have to make one from scratch, which will take a long time. Which, yeah, we'll have to make a new language because now I'm a little bit
Yeah.
a little bit sad.
Again,
that,
remember the mechanical methods that I'm using. Unless they know what the exact rotor positions are, there's 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 so many positions for those rotors.
Well, I'm gonna get going here, gents. I gotta.
Yeah,
Somewhat
I know.
creative
I know you have
Yeah.
like hell in a couple hours. So
Yep.
take
See you
care.
I
later,
have to
guys.
drive.
I'm gonna get
I-
wandering myself.
I
Yeah,
have to
I'm
drive
about to
to a
get wondering too
distribution
because
area.
I'm going back to a friend the fact that the frickin' Jets won.
I will.
With me, she now owes me a bet.
I mean, also in the next or Monday, I get to go to my concert.
Ooh, nice.
I know, dude. Dude, I've been like jumping for joy just going because I've been seeing some of their vlogs that they're doing
Alright, so
and just
next
some of
time,
their
folks.
songs that they were playing. It's like,
Peace.
oh my god! And of course, it's an open air